I live in Lincoln County. It's peaceful here. No one bothers me. It's home. I call myself a mountain mama. You have to adjust. It's a rough life. You just have to adapt.
What do you love about being out here?
What's not to love?
68-year-old Ada Carol Atkins lives with her 2 dogs. If you look down the gravel road leading up her pathway,
Phone line.
You'll see a wire stretched across the road.
It crosses here at the church. Across the road. Still on the ground, in the bushes.
Tied around trees and connected into her house. This thin line is Atkins' only connection to the outside, providing her with phone and internet service. But that's only if the service doesn't disconnect.
Sometimes it's weather. Yesterday was brush fire. Sometimes for a couple days. Sometimes for weeks. I've been 14 days without phone or internet. I told you to stay home. Oh, let's see. I write it down.
Inside her home, Atkins' stash of notepads
See, no electric, no school, no electric.
shows years of outages.
Dishwasher fixed at school. No internet, March the 7th, 8th, 9th, 15 days at that time.
And on days where there's no service,
I unlock my four-wheeler and I ride it to back here on the ridge and use my cell phone. I get service back there. I have to call my mom and say, please report my phone out.
for Atkins, it's more than just an inconvenience. Service is a lifeline.
I'm a stroke survivor and I worry up here.
Atkins' cell phone and landline are both tied to her old copper wiring. If the line goes out, she worries.
They tell me I can call 911 if I'm out in the yard without service. It will go in. And a deputy or somebody will come and make a wellness check. I never had to do that, but it's good to know.
Our partners at KFF HealthNews found a quarter of West Virginia counties, including Lincoln, do not have sufficient high-speed internet. They also have a shortage of primary care doctors and behavioral health specialists. Across the country, there are more than 200 counties like this, broadband and healthcare access dead zones. Broadband expansion has been discussed for years by multiple presidential administrations. But meaningful progress in rural America has been largely held back by bad mapping, weak standards, and overlapping rules. A 2023 Government Accountability Office report found federal efforts to build high-speed internet in rural areas are often fragmented and overlapping. Right now, 15 different agencies administer more than 133 broadband funding programs. For example, in West Virginia, Frontier, the legacy carrier, controls most of the state's old telephone landlines. The company received $248 million in West Virginia from the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund, an initiative launched during President Donald Trump's first term to connect communities like Atkins. But those in her community are still waiting, and the company has until 2028 to complete the work.
I would love to see Frontier pay more attention to their customers. And when you tell them, my phone is out and I've had a stroke before, that should motivate them to get up there and fix the phone, but it doesn't.
During President Biden's term, more broadband funding rolled out, including $42 billion from the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program, also known as BEAD.
BEAD was really governed by granular data, right, to ensure unserved and underserved locations get access to quality broadband.
Scott Woods is president of public-private partnerships with Ready.net. They provide a platform for local communities to express their needs for broadband access and digital equity investments. He also worked at the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, or NTIA, to help with BEAD's rollout.
Whether it's Appalachia, whether it's rural South, whether it's out West, whether it's reservations and Native American communities, we hear that. And the cries have been fierce and loud now for several years. It's sort of like the same issue that we've been hearing.
But the BEAD program is now being reviewed by federal regulators. It also has limitations and won't help people like Atkins. That's because the program has an anti-waste provision, preventing it from providing services in places where previous grants, like the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund, were awarded, even if providers haven't yet delivered on their commitments. And in Lincoln County, there is in fact another interested broadband provider, but they aren't allowed to apply for the new funding.
Does that create a problem for the everyday consumer when it comes to having that broadband access available to them?
Absolutely. It creates an issue directly in communities, right? So they see, for example, a project that's moving forward right next to their neighborhood, and then they're told, well, you have another program that's building, but it's on an entirely different timeline. And so, no one wants to hear that, right? But again, it's about the long-term vision of making sure all of our homes and businesses in all of our communities are connected.
And getting medical providers that better connection, experts say, would help the overall community health. For example, the county's primary care center offers telehealth services, but only about 7% of patients use it because of limited internet access.
Our motto is whatever it takes, and we truly mean whatever it takes.
Kobe H. Coburn is the director of the Lincoln County Health Department. They serve around 20,000 people in a region caught in the middle of this digital divide.
How would that help if broadband was to expand?
Again, we don't have a hospital here. We have 2 clinics, one on each end of the county. The middle's gone. It's left out. If we provide more telehealth funds, if we have our clinics offering telehealth, we're meeting the needs of the people, and that's our ultimate charge.
To help the community, Coburn's department worked alongside Chesapeake Health to establish a weight loss telehealth program.
It's been wonderful to have that, and I wish that, we have more availability. Some areas don't have the broadband capabilities, for everybody to have access. And that's sad because we want everybody to have access to health care.
As people across America wait, they're coming up with different solutions.
I have wonderful neighbors, wonderful that you wouldn't find anywhere else. My neighbors have a different company, but I can't afford their prices.
Just up the mountain from Atkins, Billy Belcher lives with her 3 dogs and donkeys. While her connection was slightly better than Atkins, she too was outraged by outages.
Oh, it was always out. Yeah, that's the problem. It was always out. The phone was always out. The internet was always out. So then I just I lost it. They hung up on me. I called back.
She has since switched to Starlink, which has had more consistent service.
Do you see Starlink as a permanent fix to this problem, or do you think there's more that should be done to truly help fix the lack of connectivity that many people have up here?
I think it's a good fix for us. Some people might not be able to, they might, and if people look at me like I'm crazy for paying $120 a month, but, it's like I told them I got rid of all my TV services, so I kind of replaced the TV with Starlink.
For now, the county waits as bureaucrats debate broadband to see if better internet really comes through and when.
I would like to see more homes like my 90-year-old neighbor get broadband, that she can possibly telehealth.
And while Atkins feels alive in these mountains, living in a dead zone is something she wants changed.
I would like to see faster speeds, better connection, update me with good wiring, get me up off the ground and out of the trees. That's what I would like to see Frontier do.
Poppy!
Come on,
Poppy, come here, girl.
come on, you can do it.